Peace to the gods, better than 1,000 hollow words, in one word that brings peace. Dhammapada, chapter 8, verse 100. Text that resides from the Buddhism. Dear reader, this is a friendly reminder to re-invoke to you the delicate, which makes it critically most important, the nature of the mind. Verily, what does the mind tend to think about? For thought is the traveler between you and the gods. Thought is the paintbrush that allows you to craft and crystallize the image that you ought to become. Thoughts are how you commune with the gods. It is one of your greatest acts of service to the Great Spirit. It's well described in the following verse. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't if you like to win. But you think you can't, it is almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you lost. For out of the world, we find success begins with a person's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think high to rise, you've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man. But soon or late to one who wins is the one who thinks he can. Observe the words which have been emphasized, and you will catch the deep meaning the poet had in mind. We even learn of this in the first book of the Bible, that it first starts with a thought to invoke creation. So, God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. Genesis 1:27. What it might mean? Meditate on that verse. What it is telling us that your reality all begins with an idea and conception of a possibility. While we can begin to conceive a clear thought and the vision of the self you wish to become. To note, it is always better to envision every detail, much like an artist who plans out to create a masterpiece. Let it be disagreeable thoughts or agreeable thoughts. Atum, Allah, the Great Spirit, loves us all unconditionally. So it will give us what we think about unconditionally, for its greatest gift to man was the ability to think. It has become your responsibility to choose what to think on, what to think about. Indeed, readers, it all begins with the thought form, and that thought form is influenced by the emotional state. To that thought form, what it might mean, which all vibrate at different frequencies that resonate throughout the ether, affecting our reality. The ether is a great cosmic mass of eternal forces of vibrations. It is made up of both destructive vibrations and constructive vibrations. It carries at all times fear, poverty, disease, failure, misery, and vibrations of prosperity, health, success, and happiness. That is important to note, because the ether contains it all shades, all colors, all information to keep the system running. We are always pulling from the ether, always giving to the ether via our forms of thoughts, either it be fear or love that fuels your thinking. That is the magnetic force attached to the body of thought. See, loving the world and loving God with all your might would seem like the best approach. But why? Love is the force that unites. Yahshua emphasized love as the greatest commandment, stating, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind." Matthew 22:37. Love elevates the spirit, brings unity, and drives selfless actions. Fear, scientifically understood, activates the amygdala in the brain, triggering the fight or flight response. This emotion can have a strong magnetic pull because it's linked to survival instincts. Fear is often associated with lower vibrational frequencies. This corresponds to denser, more contracted states, which can pull with significant force due to their immediacy and intensity. Love operates at a higher vibrational frequency, often linked with the heart chakra. These frequencies are more expansive and uplifting. Dr. David R. Hawkins, in his map of consciousness, places love at a vibrational level of 500, indicating a state of harmony, healing, and unity. Love's magnetism is profound in its ability to attract positive outcomes and relationships, operating through a field of resonance rather than contraction. It truly all beings with the thoughts. I too myself must come to learn this not only in intelligent philosophizing, but willing action. Then can I truly come to know the ledge. Truly, then can understand the beginning of knowledge. Then can I know what it means fools despise wisdom and instruction. Proverbs 1:7. Then, just like my father, who not only thought of the idea, but put actions and will behind that idea. Then the Lord God formed man of dust from the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul. Genesis 2:7. Let us end it on a poem curated by the great Rumi. Let these words give you praise. Ignorance is God's prison. Knowing is God's palace. We sleep in God's unconsciousness. We wake in God's open hand. We weep in God's turn on any rain. We laugh God's lightning. Instead of being bound up with everyone, be everyone. When you become